Your cucumber plant looks done. The leaves are yellowing, the vines are sprawling everywhere, and every fiber in your body is telling you to rip it out and clear the bed. But hold on, because that dying-looking plant might still have one more harvest left in it, and pulling it now could be the biggest mistake you make in your garden all season. Hey everyone, welcome back to Earthly Gardening, the channel where we help you grow more without spending more. If this is your first time here, welcome. We talk about real practical garden tips that actually save you money and get you better results. No fancy equipment, no expensive fixes, just smart gardening that works. And if you have been here before, welcome back. You already know we do not waste your time with fluff. Today we are talking about cucumber plants that look like they are on their way out. Because here is the thing nobody tells you. Most gardeners give up on their cucumber plants way too early, and by doing that, they miss out on extra harvests, healthier soil, and a few tricks that can actually bring a struggling plant back to life. So before you grab those pruning shears and yank that plant out of the ground, stick around, because what I am about to show you could change the way you look at your entire garden bed. Before we dive in, if you are someone who loves growing your own food without breaking the bank, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it means you will not miss any of the tips we drop every week. Check the roots before you judge the leaves. Here is the first thing most people get completely wrong, and it costs them a harvest every single time. They walk out to the garden, see yellow leaves curling at the edges, notice the vines sprawling in every direction looking messy and tired, and they immediately assume the plant is finished. But leaves lie. They really do. The top of a cucumber plant can look like it has given up, while everything happening underground tells a completely different story. So before you touch those pruning shears, get down on your knees and gently pull back the mulch or the top layer of soil right around the base of the plant. Take a good look at the roots. If they are still white or pale, firm to the touch, and there is no mushiness or rotten smell coming from them, that plant still has fight left in it. Healthy roots mean the plant simply hit a rough patch, not the end of its life. Here is why this matters so much. Cucumbers are what gardeners call heavy feeders, meaning they pull a huge amount of nutrients out of the soil throughout the season just to keep producing fruit at the rate they do. By the time you hit late summer, that plant has usually given you weeks of harvests, and it is exhausted, not dead. Yellow leaves at this stage are often just a sign of nutrient depletion, not disease, and not the natural end of the plant's life cycle. Think about how you feel after a long stretch of work without a proper break. You look tired, maybe a little worn down, but you are not done. You just need something to bring your energy back. Your cucumber plant is going through the exact same thing. This one simple root check takes less than 2 minutes, and it can completely change your decision. So many gardeners pull perfectly recoverable plants purely because they judge the situation from the top down instead of checking what was really going on underneath. Do not be one of them. Give it one last feeding before you decide anything. If you check the roots and they looked healthy, this next step is where things start to get really interesting, because it feels completely backwards to most people. When a plant looks like it is struggling, our natural instinct is to leave it alone or assume feeding it will not help. But that instinct is wrong here. A light feeding at this stage can genuinely trick that plant into pushing out one more strong round of blossoms and fruit. You do not need anything expensive or complicated for this. A simple compost tea works beautifully, or if you prefer something quicker, a diluted, balanced fertilizer applied directly to the soil around the base will do the job just as well. The key word here is diluted. You are not trying to shock the plant with a huge dose of nutrients. You are giving it a gentle boost, almost like handing someone a cup of coffee right when they thought they had nothing left in the tank. Cucumbers respond fast to feeding, faster than a lot of other vegetables actually. Within about a week, sometimes even less, you will start noticing small signs of new growth appearing at the tips of the vines. New leaves that are darker green than the older ones. Tiny new blossoms forming where there used to be nothing. This is the plant telling you it heard you loud and clear, and it is ready to keep going. Here is something that trips a lot of gardeners up. They assume that once a plant stops looking vibrant, feeding it is a waste of resources. But that thinking usually comes from treating garden plants like they are static. Like once they hit a certain point, they can only decline. Cucumbers do not really work that way. They are opportunistic growers, meaning if you give them a reason to keep producing in the form of available nutrients, they very often will take that opportunity. Skip this feeding step, and there is a real chance you are pulling a plant that only needed a little extra support to give you weeks more of harvest. Prune the right parts, not all of them. Now here is where a lot of well-meaning gardeners make a genuinely costly mistake, and I want to walk through this carefully because it is more nuanced than people think. When a cucumber plant starts looking rough around the edges, the instinct is almost always to grab the shears and cut everything back hard. Or worse, just rip the whole thing out because it feels like the tidy thing to do. But selective, targeted pruning is the far smarter move, and doing it wrong can actually hurt the plant more than helping it. Start by removing only the leaves that are fully yellow or clearly dying, especially the ones closer to the base of the plant. These older, lower leaves are usually the first to go simply because of age and because they receive the least sunlight anyway once the vine has grown thick and sprawling. Here is the important part. Those dying leaves are not doing anything productive for the plant anymore. In fact, the plant is still spending energy trying to keep them alive, energy that could be going toward producing new fruit instead. Removing them frees up that energy and redirects it exactly where you want it. Now, leave the green, vibrant leaves completely alone, especially anything near the growing tips of the vine. Those leaves are still actively photosynthesizing, meaning they are still converting sunlight into the energy the plant needs to keep growing and fruiting. A lot of gardeners get overzealous with pruning and accidentally strip away healthy foliage along with the dying stuff, and that is a mistake that can genuinely stall a plant's recovery instead of helping it. This kind of careful, targeted pruning usually takes no more than 5 or 10 minutes per plant, and it is one of those small, almost invisible tasks that ends up making a massive difference in the final outcome. Think of it like editing a piece of writing. You are not throwing out the whole page just because a few sentences do not work anymore. You are trimming exactly what needs to go and keeping everything that still serves a purpose. Watch for this one sign before you give up. There is one very specific signal that tells you, without any guesswork, whether your cucumber plant is truly finished or just going through a temporary rough patch. And once you know what to look for, you will never second-guess this decision again. Look closely at the vine for yellow blossoms. If you are still seeing even a handful of flowers opening up anywhere along the plant, that is your answer right there. That plant is not done. Flowers are the plant's way of saying it still believes it has more fruit left to produce. A plant that has truly reached the end of its natural life cycle will stop flowering completely because it no longer has the internal resources to invest in reproduction. On the other hand, if the flowering has fully stopped, and I mean completely stopped, not just slowed down, and on top of that the vines themselves feel dry, brittle, and snap easily instead of bending, that combination is usually your real and honest signal that the plant has reached its natural end. At that point, no amount of feeding or watering is going to bring it back, and that is okay, because every plant eventually reaches this stage. This distinction matters more than people realize. Without it, you end up in one of two frustrating situations. Either you waste weeks babying a plant that was genuinely finished weeks ago, tying up space and resources in your garden bed for nothing, or you give up far too early on a plant that still had real potential, tossing it out right before it was about to reward you with another few weeks of cucumbers. Learning to read these signs accurately saves you from both mistakes. All right, quick pause here, because I want to hear from you. If you are finding this helpful so far, drop a comment and tell me what your cucumber plants look like right now, whether they seem finished or maybe recoverable after hearing all this. I genuinely read through the comments and it helps me figure out what to cover in future videos. And if this has been useful, tap that like button. It makes a real difference in helping this video reach other garden owners dealing with the exact same thing right now. Okay, let's keep moving. Water deeply one more time. This next step gets overlooked constantly, and honestly, it might be the single most important one on this entire list. A huge number of cucumber plants that look like they are dying are not actually dying from age or disease at all. They are struggling because of inconsistent, shallow watering, and this becomes especially true once you hit the hotter stretches of late summer. Here is what happens. The heat pulls moisture out of the top layer of soil incredibly fast, sometimes within just a few hours of watering. If your usual routine involves a quick, light watering session, you might be giving the plant just enough moisture to wet the surface without ever actually reaching the deeper roots where the plant really needs it. Over time, this trains the roots to stay shallow, searching for moisture near the surface instead of growing deep and strong, and that makes the entire plant more vulnerable to stress. Instead of your usual light watering, give the base of the plant one slow, deep soak. Let the water sit and gradually sink down into the soil rather than running off the surface. The goal here is to get moisture, reaching those deeper roots, encouraging the plant to pull water from lower down where it is more stable and less affected by daily heat swings. This might mean watering more slowly than you are used to, or even watering in 2 shorter sessions spaced apart so the soil has time to properly absorb it rather than pooling and running off. Gardeners who assumed their cucumber plants were completely finished have genuinely watched those same plants bounce back within just a few days, simply by correcting their watering habits. It sounds almost too simple to make a real difference, but soil moisture, or the lack of it, is one of the most common hidden reasons behind a plant that looks like it is given up, when really, it is just thirsty in a way that surface watering was never going to fix. Add a layer of fresh mulch. Once you have fed the plant and given it a proper deep watering, the next step locks in all that progress and protects it going forward. Add a fresh layer of mulch around the base of the plant, and do not skimp on this one. A thick, even layer makes a real difference here. Cucumber roots sit relatively shallow in the soil, which makes them especially sensitive to heat stress during the hottest parts of the day. A good layer of mulch acts almost like a natural cooling system, keeping the soil temperature more stable and protecting those roots from the harsh late summer sun beating down directly on bare soil. At the same time, mulch dramatically slows down how quickly moisture evaporates, meaning that deep watering you just did will actually stay useful for longer instead of drying out within a day. There is a bonus here too. A solid layer of mulch suppresses weeds that would otherwise be competing with your cucumber plant for the same nutrients and water you just worked to provide. Straw works great for this. Shredded leaves work great. Even simple grass clippings can do the job well. None of these options cost you much of anything, which fits perfectly with keeping your garden productive without constantly spending money on it. This is one of those steps that takes maybe 5 minutes, but keeps paying off for weeks afterward. Let it rest if it truly needs it. Sometimes, even after doing everything correctly up to this point, a cucumber plant simply needs a short break rather than a complete removal. If you notice the plant is still slowing down noticeably even after feeding, pruning, and watering properly, it might be worth easing off the harvesting pressure for a week or 2. Here is something a lot of gardeners never consider. Constantly picking cucumbers, even the small ones, sends a signal to the plant that it needs to keep producing fruit at full speed, no matter what. If the plant is already running low on reserves, that constant demand can push it further toward exhaustion instead of giving it room to recover. Letting a few smaller cucumbers stay on the vine a little longer than usual gives the plant a chance to slow down and redirect its energy toward strengthening its root system and foliage rather than constantly pumping resources into new fruit. It feels counterintuitive, almost like you are wasting potential harvest by not picking everything the moment it is ready. But this small amount of patience very often leads to a noticeably stronger second wave of production once the plant has had that brief window to recover. Think of it as giving the plant permission to catch its breath before asking more of it. Know when it actually is time. Now, to be completely fair here, not every cucumber plant deserves a full rescue mission, and pretending otherwise would not be honest. If you have gone through every single step in this video, the roots underground are brown and mushy rather than firm and pale, the vines snap dry and brittle the moment you touch them instead of bending, and there has been absolutely no flowering activity for 2 weeks or more, that plant has genuinely completed its life cycle. At that point, pulling it is the correct and honestly the smart move. And there is a silver lining here too. Removing a truly finished plant opens up valuable space in your garden bed for a quick fall crop, something that can still mature and produce before the season fully wraps up. The whole point of everything covered in this video was never to keep a dead plant on life support out of stubbornness. It was to make absolutely sure you were not giving up early on a plant that genuinely still had more cucumbers left to give you. Turn that old plant into something useful. If your cucumber plant really has reached the end, do not just toss the whole thing straight into the trash. Chop up the vines and leaves into smaller pieces and add them directly to your compost pile. Cucumber plant material breaks down relatively quickly compared to woody or garden waste, and it adds genuinely valuable organic matter back into your growing system for future seasons. This way, even a plant that has finished its job still gives something back to your garden, rather than just becoming waste. Nothing here has to be thrown away for nothing, and honestly, that mindset is really the heart of what budget-friendly gardening is all about, squeezing the most value out of everything you grow, right up until the very last stage of its life. Before we wrap up here, if this video helped you look at your own garden a little differently today, hitting that subscribe button on Earthly Gardening means you will catch every single tip like this one as we head deeper into fall planting season. And trust me, there is a lot more useful stuff coming your way. Drop a comment and let me know which step from this video you are planning to try first. I genuinely love seeing your gardens grow right alongside this channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.